So this is Lily from NCDFREE TV, sitting in Lima with Lali. We've just been filming for the last week a short film on cancer. So I'm just going to ask Lali about how he got into film in the first place. So Lali, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Hi. Where did I grow up? Well, I was born in Kenya. You can detect by my accent that I'm English, though I'm half Peruvian. And we are sat overlooking the Lima Ocean.
And so you went to school in the UK and then you moved back to Peru.
Yeah, no. So I grew up in London. Went to art school, got into journalism and film, and somehow kind of landed back in South America, mainly because of the crisis, and also because I just wanted to find I thought this was much more of a richer place to find stories than kind of struggling with 10,000 people doing the same thing in London. So yeah, this is a goldmine for stories. So that's why I'm here.
But how do you get into filmmaking initially?
How do you get into filmmaking initially? Well, I mean, first of all, what is filmmaking? Because often when people think filmmaking, they think it's like massive budget and you fall into a kind of machine and you're just part of a cog into a big money making cinema machine. When really, I think it's in the last 10 years and maybe just even the last 5 years. It's been completely freed up in the sense that you yourself can make a small budget film and almost just like a writer writes, right? And you just basically try to make your own language in the place that you live.
Yeah, so compared to when you first started making films, how much has it changed?
Massively. I mean, first of all, when I first kind of got into it, it was almost like wizardry, or something that wasn't really. It wasn't all at the grasp of your hand. You had to learn how to kind of handle film. That's why photography was so much easier, because it wasn't so expensive. And immediately when it became digital, that's when things kind of became accessible to everyone. But it's only in the last, even I'd say 3 years that everything seems to kind of opened up. Languages have opened up. Video languages now kind of being questioned as well, I think. And I almost said it like it's an exciting time. Maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
But it's definitely there to be played with a lot more, because photography in a way is kind of it's had its moment, and so narrative-based stories, that's where things are kind of there to be challenged.
So you feel like when you did journalism, making the jump over to film, that's how you want to tell your stories? More so than writing articles?
It's weird. You yourself kind of pigeonhole yourself, and that's what I've kind of slightly done. I don't really write anymore. I don't even take pictures that much anymore, because I guess I just kind of at least in my case, you become slightly obsessive and want to kind of work out that puzzle as to what's the best way of creating narratives, what's the best way to make films. I'm always dabbling as well in fiction as well, which I never really thought I'd do.
Yeah. From your experience, has it been more effective to use film for journalism purposes?
For my purpose, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still read a lot of articles. I still appreciate photography as well, but for my own particular angle, yeah. As I say, it's something I feel it's something that's still to be kind of explored, and that's why I find it challenging. That's why I find it invigorating because it's not something that can be easily defined.
So how's it been this last week doing the film on cancer in Peru?
It's been fun because you guys have given me independence to play around. So in that sense, it's also been a challenge for me because I want to make it kind of an invigorating piece. But we'll see. It's one thing when it's in your mind, Two, when you're actually on the ground and realise it's not the fantasy that you might have thought, and then three, when it's actually on the editing table, and then you go, oh, I should have got that other shot, and so that's always interesting as well. That relationship between the fantasy, between the reality, and then the editing table.
Yeah. So have you got any tips for young journalists and young filmmakers out there?
Any tips? I think the main tip I would say is don't limit yourself in terms of narrative. Don't think that because that's what's going around that there can't be some other way of telling a story. And that's what I think is interesting at this moment. That there are so many different kind of options, rather than just doing something with your nice 5D camera and telling a story. You know, I think it's there to be played with. It's there to be challenged. That's the thing. You yourself, as a creative, as a journalist, you should be challenged in ways of communicating, ways of unsurfacing stories and finding what's important for you. That should be important for other people too.
Great. Well, it's been so good to chat to you. Thanks for sharing your work experience.
Thanks.